Alright, dirt fans, we're here tonight. Bad company. Pure Stocks here. Fairbury. Look at that, because we got Heat Race 1. Look at the grid. Got Carl Kilgore. I hope I said it right. Starting out front. Johnny Nolan, he's there in second. Ethan Bauer starting third. Blake Steele starting in fourth. Jeremy Vaughn, he's starting fifth. Grady Ehrman there in sixth. Dan Stifler starting seventh. And Stephen Bond, he's going to be there in the eighth place spot. Fairbury. The double wide style track, we already see it's a short.
I'm hoping it is. I mean, I've not really seen too many races in a street stock around here, but usually a late model and a modified, it can turn into two grooves. As we're about to go green flag racing here, and Carl Kilgore filling in for James Stockton this week here. Already looking fine and dandy. Gonna lead down the back straightaway.
Yeah, they are, man. Right now, you're going to foul, but go double foul. Down about the fourth, fifth place. Ehrman, Steele, they're battling it out. Remember, top four go to the feature here straight off the bat. Everybody else has got to kind of go with that consolation, and they're back there battling with each other. Three wide.
Yeah, three wide right there for the transfer spot. You got Vaughn on the inside to Ehrman. Middle Ehrman now trying to pull away from Jeremy Vaughn, and oh my, we got a car into the tire. That's Blake Steele.
Yellow flag. What happened to it? Wide right now. Got out of the three wide. He got picked by himself. Drove it on the inside. Got in the back end. Kind of got sideways. Kind of shot out there and got it.
He lost the bumper, and then the bumper popped back on. One of them magnetized bumpers. He's got like a Monte Carlo decals on his automobile.
Solid race so far. Let's hear who your favorite drivers are out there right now.
We're about to go back green. Here we go. Carl Kilgore out at the front, trying to win heat race number 1, set himself up good for the feature event. And this track being as small as it is, it's going to be tough to make passes here. You got to keep that momentum up, especially in a street stock. Look at this, almost 3 wide for second place. We are going to be 3 wide for second. That's John Nolan up top, Grady Ehrman looking down low, Ethan Bowers down in turn number 3, lap 5. We're going to be halfway through heat 1.
Got Bowers and Ehrman, Nolan right there in the fourth place spot. Vaughn, he's looking back behind them. So they're still stacked up 2 by 2. The top 2 go away. Kilgore, Bowers, and is he going to hang on to it? Nolan? No, he's going to hit the inside tire.
Wow.
Thought he was going to have it held, but it...
Yeah, you get sideways in one of these automobiles and they just don't have the power to help recover from the slide, and you're basically along for the ride.
Caution. Race 1. Under control here.
So we'll go single file as well here.
Short track.
Yeah, it's a quarter mile.
Give or take a little.
Yeah.
Happens.
Get a single file here, see if we can't clean it up here for the closing laps. Carl on the loud pedal, trying to pull away from Ethan Bowers. Grady Ehrman right now, the last car in. The show will be Daniel Stifler. He's trying to pull away there, 2 wide back behind him. That's Stefan Baru and Blake Steele going at it.
Backside right there around about 6th place spot. You got Steele, Barrow right there with them. Vaughn, Nolan and company. They're going 3 wide. Nolan's going to see if he can't get back up to the field a little bit. But everybody kind of single file up front. And that's kind of what that single file is. White flags out one more time as they're 3 wide in the back.
We got a battle for second here. Bowers on the inside. Ehrman trying to take that spot away. We got a battle for a transfer spot. Stiff, we're going to be able to hold on here as Carl Kilgore does pick up the heat race win.
Got a feeling tires going to be the problem here tonight. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Heat race 2, let's look at the grid. Tyler Jackson out front. Tim Taylor going to start second. Dale Farron is starting in third. Lon Franks there in fourth. Jacob Stefanski up in fifth. Lane Phillips in sixth. Cody G, he's starting seventh. Joey Brewer, he's going to be up there in the 8th place spot. So, got a feeling calling the donuts. Call him Baru, Tim. Okay, is that his actual name, Baru?
Alrighty.
We'll go with Baru then. All right, heat race 2. Got 4. Little feature.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to make it.
Yeah.
Got the rust bucket machine out here in this heat race.
Oh, Lon, he likes that man, that rust bucket. That's holding together though. Didn't any fenders fall off of it?
Not quite yet. Not. We might see it fall off tonight. It's gonna get fallsy here all night long.
Yeah, they're gonna get beat.
We're gonna drop the green flag. Look at that.
Wow. Let's start. You got Jackson out front. Taylor right there behind him. Fairness. Franks, he's trying to hang on. I told you those tires are going to come into play. They're already beating and banging off of them. There's no wall on the inside. You got the outside wall, and it looks like it's more of an inside style track right now.
Yeah, right now that inside lane has all the grip you can ask for, but the top side, it might come in later on. You see Farness, he is hitting the inside nice and perfectly, actually. Hitting the nice line. Gets a little bit tight here in 1 and 2. You got to be careful with that. These cars are prone to be tight. They're still side by side for the second spot. Farness on the inside, Taylor up top. Yeah, we had Brewer around there a little bit ago.
We got this battle heat second. Taylor right there. Those two guys are going at it. The one up man give and take. One's low, one's high. Frank's back there kind of looking, going, what I got to do here to maybe get up here and see if I can't do something. Meanwhile, Jackson says, you know what, I'm checking out.
Yeah, not to mention every spot here is worth 4 extra spots on the racetrack come feature time. So your race winner going to roll off in second in the feature. That'd make Tim Taylor, if my math is correct, he would have to roll off in 6th.
So far, man, it's all Jackson out front, Taylor right behind him, as he's got clear there of Farness. As Frank's hanging on to the 4th place spot, he's thinking about seeing if he can't get up out of the 3rd place man. Not quite been able to yet. Got to hold off Phillips here. Closing laps here of heat race number 2 here tonight. So far, good one, but there you go. Fairness, he's getting back up there on Taylor again.
Yeah, Fairness putting that right rear up along the cushion, up next to the outside wall. He drops back down low in 1 and 2. We're going to see the white flag coming out of turn number 4 for Tyler Jackson out front. He's been in command all heat race long.
White flag. A couple more turns. Has Fairness got anything, man, for Taylor? Or maybe does Frank get up here and steal something from him? That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Frank looks. Trying to drive off the turn, not going to happen. Jackson, Taylor, Fairness, and Franks. That's your top 4. What a good race. Swing us into heat race number 3. To the grid real quick. What we got? We got Caleb Durgan going to be the man out front in this one. Stephen Gaines starting in 2nd. Chris Beavers, he's there in 3rd. Chris Hill going to start 4th. Cody Ernest? Is that it right?
Cody Ernest.
Cody?
Yeah, it's Cody.
He on there.
I don't know, man.
Messing me up a little bit. Dylan Simmons starting 6th. We got Andrew Henold. Got it right. Starting in 7th. We got Nicholas Lamb going to be in 8th place. We go.
Caleb Durgan subbing in for Jordan LaFawn this week, so already looking pretty good. These subs always come out here and somehow they do a good job every week.
You know what? We'll have to see if they invert the fields too, because I didn't see anybody inverting the field So did they take the money this week? But
No,
meanwhile,
they
we got
did not.
meanwhile we got the green flag. Durgan right now showing what he can do. He's got Gaines up here. They're beating and banging their fenders off of each other. You got Hill and Beavers back here. If that was a wood car, man, Beaver might start chewing on the side of it.
Yeah, side by side for the race lead, side by side for third here. Still Gaines down low, Durgan Hill up top, beating the right rear down on the cushion side. If that hole opens up, we might see a 3-wide battle for the race lead. You see Hill putting the back front bumper to the back end of Durgan. That hole, it's opening up here. Is he going to take it? Not quite yet, not quite this lap. Maybe next lap when he finds another hole.
Gaines up top, trying to see if he can squeeze in there. Got Durgan right behind him, though, and then you got Hill there with him and Beavers, and here comes Durgan. He's trying that topside cushion. He's letting that rear end man bang off the wall. He keeps getting drive off the turn. Gaines is there with him. Meanwhile, you got a battle third and fourth. Hill and Beavers, they're going to go at it.
Beavers trying to stay within the transfer spot right now in the fourth position. Got a decent, about a car or two length gap back to fifth place, Dylan Simmons. Simmons, he's got to find the loud pedal and soon, or else he's going to be looking at a B main.
He is. Outside looking in. He's seeing this battle in front of him between Hill and Beavers. Those two guys maybe kind of get a little bit of contact. He might be able to get up there. Can't quite get that drive off the turn. You know, these dudes are bumping off the wall a little bit. Still making them too much, but look, awesome battle for third and fourth.
Absolutely it is. You see Hill up on the cushion, bouncing the right rear off the wall. Beavers just rolling mid-groove. That seems to be the safest spot to do, but the top side is definitely as quick. White flag in the air for Stephen Gaines, your race leader.
Yeah, you got Gaines, Durgan, Hill, Beavers, man, out front. Still the battle for third and fourth. Hill and Beavers is going to be one more final time here coming out of four. It's going to stay like that. Gaines, Durgan, Hill, Beavers, top four here. Race number 3. Whew. Solid racing so far. Right, heat race 4s. Look at the grid. Shane Yates out front in this one. Bradley Means going to start there in second. Blake Doyle starting third. Zachary Clark starting in fourth. Cody Heathcock, he's starting fifth. Nathan Smith there in sixth. Seth Castle starting in seventh. And Steven Stefanski is going to place spot. So far, it's been kind of racy. I still think that inside right now might be the better lane, maybe the middle. But we've seen the top lane come in a little bit, especially off the turn.
Side is there if you hit it correctly, and then the middle is the safer alternative right now for the time being. We'll see if they stay that way and see if they do any track work after the B mains after this heat race. Nathan
Definitely
Smith
not
out
the
here
safest
stubbing
place
in.
is that inside. Those tires actually stick out further than I've seen a lot of them stick out, especially in looks like in turn
1 and 2.
One tire sticking way out there. Right. That's going to be the one you have to look at it, but they're already 3 wide back in the back here. Leader Yates gets out front. The biggest battle's happening for third, fourth, and fifth. You've got Dole, Heathcock, and Smith. All those guys saying they can't get that one transfer spot.
Yeah, Smith subbing in for Cruz Caudell this week, trying to put it in the show directly out of a heat race. He goes way to the bottom, and he's about to get a 3-piece. Not quite this time. Just not enough momentum off the bottom side of the racetrack. And he's still rolling down there. A lot of grip still down there. You just got to hit it right, keep the momentum build up. Will we see the slider? Not quite enough power in one of these dirt street stocks to pull one off.
Yeah, and again, you got to watch it when you're down that far, watching those tires. Oh, 2 cars around. Heathcock and Castle, they're in the grass. One's going to back up and get going. That's going to be Castle. Meanwhile, still Yates stays green. Yates out front, Means there behind him. Smith trying to hang on to third. He's got Doyle beating down his back door, and Clark's beating down Doyle's back door.
Yeah, and the 4th place finisher in this race will start in 16th, so every spot is 4 positions on the racetrack in the feature. So that is battle for 16th and 12th. Starting position right there for third.
They're clanging and banging right now. You got Dole, Smith. They're going at it, third and fourth place spot. Clark's back there looking, going, keep doing that a little bit more. I'll get up here and steal a spot away from one of you guys, man. Meanwhile, Yates out front, Means there in second. So it's still a heated battle for third, fourth, and the fifth place man, he just kind of lurking.
Yeah, he's right there trying to hope for a gap to open up on the high side. He might have the gap here. Not going to carry the momentum, maybe. Oh, he gets in the back of Nathan Smith. And we're going to go into overtime here.
Woo! Watch that one live down on the front bumper of Clark. Got that drive off the turn and then just boop, boop in the back. Send him around. Caution. We'll send Zachary Clark to the back of the field here. All right. 8 still out front in this one. Eanes, Doles, Castle. And this caution helping Seth Castle out. He's gonna line up, and I do believe the 5th position here. Yes, he is. Helping out Steven Stefanski as well. Remember, Castle went around a little bit earlier. He's gonna have a green-white check to try to make it up into a transfer spot. Here we go, green flag in the air. Flag to come white. They're gonna go back side by side. Yates might not have wanted to seen it because that gives Means one opportunity on him. Here comes Dull. And third, Stefanski's right there with him. You see Castle down, white flag. We got one more time at 4th place under fire as you got the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th place man there. Two more turns. Oh, and Smith puts a bumper to Castle. Just not going to be enough to push him in. And Castle going to have to settle for 5th and go to the B main. Nice. Yates, Means, Stefanski, Dull. B-main? Yeah, we're gonna run a big one. All right, well, let's look at the grid real quick here. We've got Blake Steele out front. Lane Phillips going to be there in 2nd. Dylan Simmons starting in 3rd. Seth Castle in 4th. Jeremy Vaughn, he's going to start 5th. Cody G there in 6th. Cody Ernest, he's starting 7th. Nathan Smith in 8th. Stephen Aru, we'll go with that in 9th. Jacob Stefanski there in 10th. Andrew Old. Then 11th, Zachary Clark there in 12th. Johnny Nolan 13th. Joey Brewer, in 14th. Nicholas Lamb in 15th. And Cody Heathcock in the spot. So 8 cars go. Right. Yep, top 8. So half the field here in the only B main. 15 laps though to get it done. It is a short track. There's going to be some tempers. From what we've been watching and seeing, tough place to pass. I mean, you see Nathan Smith got that 8th place right now. But guys like were Heathcock, 10 Old, Peru, and those. Not saying they can't get up there to it, but it's been a very tough track to pass and come through the field. Yeah, it's a tough task to make a pass here, and Nathan Smith, he was in that transfer spot before being spun out in the heat race prior. He's starting in the final transfer spot here. He's got to either make up a little bit of ground, put some safety in between him and not transferring, or just hold them all off. He's got to hold off 7 hungry drivers behind him, though. In line, here we go. Lights off on pace truck, and we're going green here. Fairbury style. Beer stocks tonight here at Bad Company. Northwest Racing Association. We already got some cars around in the back. Clanging, banging. There we go. 4's around. Yellow flags out. Ooh. Wow. Castle. We'll see what happened to him. He was up front. Got bumped in the back. There from that area. It was all she went. He went from being well into the show to fell out of the show. Yeah, but luckily lap 1 incidents. Still going to have some laps here to try to make it up. It's just going to be a little bit more of a tougher job. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
have issued Cody G the EOL for causing that caution there. And Nicholas Lamb is stopped on turn
The good news
4.
is there's Smith in one lap, made up about 3 spots, got up to 5th. Job on his end.
Hang on, we're not
Up to
going
6,
green.
yeah.
Going green.
Got him kind of a little bit safe. Running order here.
You're never safe at Fairbury, though.
Well, no. At least he feels a little more comfortable.
He
Maybe
feels
an 8.
comfortable.
An 8.
At least if you get
Burrow.
bumped, he ain't bumping out of the way.
Yeah, that's true. Burrow right there hanging on the 8th place spot. Man, that's 4 wide. I mean, that's 4 wide right there to 8th place. It's 4 wide for the front. Good grief. I mean, where are we going to go? It's 3 wide, 2 wide. Man, they're fighting on the track. They're fighting in the grandstand. It's a madhouse out here.
Look at the madhouse. It is almost. I'm
Don't
pretty
know
sure
what
if we
to say.
could, they could put 5 of them. They are almost 5 wide at the back here. We got a couple of cars heading towards a wall.
Yeah, Burrow, man, hit the
Cody
wall
Ernest.
there hard. Ernest hit it. I mean, that 8th place spot, it's like on fire. And I don't know if water can put it out.
You're not sure who it's going to be right now. Cody Heathcock holding on to the final transfer spot, but he is not at all very safe in that spot. He wants to try to make up a little bit of ground here. He gets in the back end there of Zachary Clark, slows up the momentum a little bit. He's got John Nolan to his inside. Nolan trying to ride around and try to make up one more spot. That's all he needs. He's like, come on,
Smith
one more.
was feeling better about being up in 4th right now because he's in front of that mess that's happening behind him with Clark Simmons, Heathcock, Stefanski, G right there with him. I mean, car round into the wall hard. That's Burrow. Buried that thing. Let's go back and watch it one more time. Lambs the wall hard. Burrow was like another car in there.
10-0 in Castle.
Burrow got involved with it. Lost his bumper. Or slammed all hard. Ow.
Wow. So Lamb gonna bring it down, try to get a little bit of damage fixed here. 10-0, not. I think you wanted to go pit road, but couldn't
There's
find
16
pit
cars.
road. There
We
you
put
go.
24 on here. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're about to have a 24-car field out here for 50 laps. Gotta get through this B main first, though. Still top 8, the last car hanging in there. That's Cody Heathcock for the final transfer.
Yeah, he still holds on
Halfway
to it.
through.
Double filed up. Here we go. Green flag back at it. Steele's on the hammer.
Green.
Meanwhile, back here in that 8th place spot, it is still about 3 wide. They're going at it. Heathcock, Nolan, G's there with them. Stefanski sitting in 7th.
Look at that, 4 wide just about. They are definitely 2 wide. 3 wide when they get down in the corner, almost 5 wide right there. Oh my.
Yeah, it is a madhouse. Smith hanging on to 4th. Vaughn's there in 3rd. Steele out front. He's loving it, along with Phillips. But meanwhile, it is 2 by 2 by 3. And at that 8th place spot with Heathcock, Nolan and company there, you got cars banging off the wall, banging off of each other, throwing dirt everywhere. Crazy.
And Cody G trying to move his way up into the final transfer spot. That's still being held by Cody Heathcock. He's got him 3 wide right in front of him. That's not what he likes to see out of his front side. And look at this, Cody G through the middle here. We're about to see them 4 wide. They are 4 wide coming out of turn number 2. You're on the show.
The meat sandwich, man, right there. As they just all kind of piled in. And they are still trying to get this thing situated. He's hooked. Oh, he got unhooked, and then there he goes around. That's Clark again. Wow.
And no caution going to fly, so.
No caution. We went and stayed green on it. Man, that's going to hurt him. But meanwhile, Ernest takes the 8th place spot out of that mess. Let's back and see what happened after. He got hooked. He couldn't get unhooked. hooked right there, and he was trying to get unhooked. The other car almost helped him, but when he got unhooked, he spun around. He did a beautiful 360. So I'm not quite sure. We're gonna watch this, and
I think I see Clark that was stopped.
okay, well, I'm not gonna go off on that. I'm gonna let admin kind of take on that one, maybe some frustration, but you can't do that on the track. We'll say that.
Borderline caution zone there for iRacing, but that was getting a little fallsy
Well, I
right
mean,
there.
Clark was going straight. There's no need to spin out. Say it that way. We'll let race control.
So we're gonna have one last shot here to see if Nathan Smith can get back up to the transfer spot.
Frustration a little bit, right? And you know what? I've said it a million times as we go back green.
Green flag.
You know, short track racing like this, you're not gonna make. Some people are gonna be mad. Some are gonna be happy. Go back to this 8th place spot because that's where the hot seat is right now. Nathan Smith has got it. A little crunched-in fender. Him and Ernest is battling it out for it. Nolan's trying there. Ernest is trying to get that spot back from him. White flag one more time.
Yeah, this is the all crucial lap right here. It's down between Nathan Smith and Cody Ernest. Cody trying to have the momentum, not gonna be enough. Nathan Smith holds on for the final transfer spot as your B main winner will be Blake Steele.
Yeah, what a wild one.
Little warm up.
Yeah, well, let's listen to the sights and sound of these things. We'll be right back. Feature time. Look at the grid. Because it's going to be wild. Kilgore out front. Hoping this thing don't get killed out here with Jackson starting beside him. Gaines there in third. Yates starting forward. Bowers in fifth. Taylor starting in sixth. We got Caleb Durgan there in seventh. Brady Means, he's starting eighth. Ninth, we got Grady Ehrman 10th. Dale Fairness in 11th place. Chris Hill. Steven Stefanski in 12th. We got Dan Stifler. He's going to start in the 13th place spot. Lon Franks 14th. Chris Beavers, he's there in 15th. Blake Dole 16th. 17th, Lane Phillips. 18th, Blake Steele. Cody G there in 19th. Jeremy Vaughn 20th. 21st, Dylan Simmons. 22nd, Jacob Stefanski. 23rd, Nathan Smith. 24th, Johnny Nolan. The one thing we've learned from the heats and from the B main, it is very tough to pass. A lot of 4 wide, 3. So if you're in, I'm gonna say 8th, 10th, 12th, what do you got to do to get to the front?
Avoid the chaos somehow. I don't think you can avoid the chaos. The only safe car out here is maybe the leader.
Yeah. Green flag. We'll see what happened. Kilgore out front with Jackson and company. As you can already see them 3 wide like we saw all night long. I mean, throughout this whole entire field, it is just, who knows where to go. It's in the front, it's in the middle, it's in the back.
And Durgan phasing through.
He's able to hold on to it.
Yeah, Bowers with some internet problems.
Yeah, he was inside of another car there, sideways. That was Durgan there with him. But I mean, again, like I say, Corey, we could just sit here minutes ago and because it's 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide. What do you do? I mean, it's right in the middle of the pack, in the back of the pack. The only safe car you said it, Kilgore, he's out front.
Yeah, and I mean, if this thing stays green 50 laps, it's a long time for Fairbury in a street stock. He's gonna eventually catch up to lap traffic at some point. It's when we get to lap traffic how you maneuver around, because they are still 3 wide at the tail end of the field. You got Blake Steele trying to make his way up through the field a little bit. He started 17th and 20th right now. Oh my, got a couple cars in the wall here, and who's that around? That is Chris Beavers. Beavers not able to get a caution to come out. Well, he's gonna have to limp to the infield, not quite able to do it, as we do got another wreck over here in 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yes. Beavers go around. Got Nathan Smith and company. Oh, Smith got the back end of another machine. Where was Beavers? Not a caution, but that was.
I'm not 100% sure on which one. I'm not 100% sure if they called it on Beaver or iRacing would have called it on the Smith incident there. Either one, I mean, I think it could have been green with Beavers, but I don't know.
Ejacked. Oh, Tyler Jackson. Got to be Tyler Jackson.
And how do we know Tyler Jackson out there?
Well, I mean, Finch said go T-Jack, so it's got to be the only thing I can come up with. It's got to be Tyler Jackson.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm asking them how they know.
Oh, how
Tyler
they know?
Jackson.
Oh, I got you. Green flag. We'll see if Jackson's got it. He's right now trying to battle with Kilgore and try to see what he can do. Remember, them 2 got out away from that crowd back here. Meanwhile, they're still again stacked up 4 wide. Well, this is you might as well just call this the madhouse here tonight.
Yeah, look at this. Tyler Jackson throwing the haymaker on Kilgore. Kilgore going to go back down to the bottom and try to pull the slider and the cross back. He's going to officially still be leading this lap. You can just go to an aerial cam, show the whole track.
It shows everything. It shows the whole track. I mean, yeah, you got to battle for the lead. You got to battle for seconds. You got battles right behind them, and then, it's got to be exhausting for a driver.
Yeah, and you see Tyler Jackson there blinking out ever so slightly on the bottom.
Oh, Blake Steele around. Caution. No, Blake
Real.
Dole. Excuse me. Blake Dole around. Caution. Watch it again. Was watching live. He just got turned. He actually got going back straight. Got turned and then boom, got helped back straight.
So
iRacing's
caution.
weird when it comes to cautions on short track.
Yeah, I mean, we seen that first wreck. That didn't pull a caution out. This
Oh, we've
wreck.
seen this time. Remember that one time we did a little short track, man? They did almost a whole,
That was at
almost 2
Martinsville.
laps, man. You know, like 2 laps or something. And before iRacing did the caution, it was like, and you had like cars laying in the track, dead.
Yeah, and Tyler Jackson here blinking in and out. Just not what you want to see happen. He's been doing it ever since he dropped the green flag here. It's a manageable blink. I'm sure Eddie is up there in the race control booth monitoring his blink to see if it goes to an insane mode or not. But right now, manageable.
Leave blinking.
Exactly. We're going to drop it to 1 pace lap here. We'll see the green flag out of turn 4. Your race leader, he's been at it since he dropped the green in the heat race, dropped the green in the feature. That's Carl Kilgore. He has a car on his inside blinking, car behind him blinking.
That's
That's
Jackson.
fine.
Drops the hammer, Kilgore gets out front. Now, that, you know, Fairness and Gaines is the ones that don't want to see it. And boom, there he blinked right in front of the leader. Fairness did. Wow. And that puts Jackson behind the 8 ball. Meanwhile, Fairness says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. He got the lottery man spinning the night. They're 4 wide behind them. And, man, I'm going to tell you what. Talk about, woohoo. Jackson says, no, I'm not done.
3 wide just about for race lead. Farness up top, Jackson down low. Both Farness and Jackson blinking all race long. Jackson with the slider on Smith. Kilgore. They have the same color car. My bad. Oh, boy.
It's why. I mean, what do you say? You sit up here just breathtaking because you don't know what to say, man. I mean, they're out here. They're just clanging, banging. Look at Kilgore. I mean, I told you don't kill the thing, but he's trying to kill everything.
And look at this, Shane Yates rolling on the bottom side. He's all cool, calm, and collected rolling down there. He's looking at the action out of his right side of his race car saying, I hope you guys all wreck each other, and I'll just sneak right on here and take over the lead.
Yeah, he does. Meanwhile, it's up front. Oh, he's a friend. Okay, Finch, he's a friend, by the way.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, you know, we got this battle up front here that's heated up, but you got way back here around 18, 19th place spot, and they still can't get unhooked from each other. They're about 3, 4 wide. We sit in the background back there. That's Nolan, Vaughn, Phillips, and it's just what we talked about earlier. Can't Pat. I mean, Stefanski's up 11 spots, which is the hard charger, but still, how long it's taken him to get up here through the pack? I mean, meanwhile, Fairness out front with Jackson there in second. They're kind of getting single file now for the moment. Got to go back here with the old junkyard man himself, Russ Bucket, Lon Franks and company. We on back here around 11 and 12.
Here comes Caleb Durgan trying to make his way up through the middle side of the racetrack. He's going to try to go for 2 and 1. Christopher Hill to his outside. They make a little bit of door-to-door contact. Here comes the... Oh, we got a spinner. It's Jackson.
Big one.
Oh!
Yellow flag. It's out.
Man, we got a car up on the wall. Post caution.
Let's go look at Jackson and see what happened. He was the one that was blinking a little bit, I think, earlier.
Yeah, he's blinking.
Oh, and he just got tagged in the back, and then boom, got door slammed in the side.
No
Stays
blink there.
Luckily, blinking while he's sitting there.
I didn't see it blink.
Then he flips it around.
I don't see it blink. But we need to go on Dylan Simmons, because after they go by the wreck, he goes up on the wall with the right side tires.
He was trying a different way around the track.
And he may have gotten a floppy wheel out of it, Dylan Simmons did.
We like floppy wheels.
Yeah, that's gonna call it a night for Dylan Simmons. Its fun meter has pegged. They did
What
get
y'all
a
think
quick
about the race
fix.
so far? I mean, this is typical Fairbury right now. A lot of the guys were talking before the race that this track was like, who knows?
Well, you know, I wish I wouldn't have questioned it because this is probably one of the most funner races we've ever seen this season so far.
Fun from our standpoint. I don't know about the drivers.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I like seeing all the carnage. I'm sure all the fans like seeing the carnage too. Eddie's probably pulling his hair out.
Yeah, Eddie's up there going, oh, Lord, what I got to hear after this race, man.
Actually, you know,
poor
for
guy.
Fairbury, Eddie, this has been pretty clean.
Yeah, true. We're almost halfway here. A couple more laps, we'll be halfway home. So far, I mean, for it to be, you know, the 2-3 wide, it was starting to get single file there for a moment.
Yeah, what's it going to do for the bottom to come back in or even the middle? You see it's still a little bit tacky there on exit of 4, dead center. 1 and 2, it's a little bit, it's about the same situation right there in the middle of the corner to exit. The exit lane is kind of closed in on the slicked up part of the racetrack. Is Farness going to elect to take the outside lane on the restart? That is the best place to be here at Fairbury. And they are bumping and grinding, pushing each other to the green flag. Here we go.
It is. Fairness means Gaines and company out front. As they go single file, then they're 4 wide. Back, oh, little 007 there. Got a little slammed in the side. That's Durgan coming up through the field with Stefanski. And they still banging on each other.
The Ross bucket car getting a little bit of carnage on him. We got Christopher Hill around, Blake Steele around.
Ouch. Wow. Woo. Wow, so far.
Absolutely craziness going on out here on the racetrack. They were wrecking, they weren't wrecking, they were wrecking again, then we seen the caution come out. Here they're gonna shove to the back of the field here. And then might get to the halfway mark, but it's still a short track, so it won't be too long once we go back green when we hit it. There, you're extending pace laps here to try to decipher who's all at fault. They are going to go to single file restarts for this time. So this is going to help out, maybe mitigate a little bit of the carnage.
Yeah. How long it takes them before they get about 2 and 5 here. Off on the pace truck, gonna duck off. Back green here, Fairbury tonight. West Racing Association here with a bad company. Pure stocks here. Been pure chaos so far, but that's short track racing on the dirt side. Pace truck's about to duck in. Car firing off green. Fairness and company up front with means. Take them long in the back there. Side by side.
Yeah, already Lon Frank's going side by side. He's trying to move himself up to as good of a finish he possibly can get here. He started 14th up to 8th right now. Of course, Dale Fairness started 10th up to 1st. Stefanski started 12th up to 5th as well. A couple of hard chargers. And actually, Jacob Stefanski 21st to 9th.
Oh. Fairness up 9 spots, not too bad. Cody G there up 10. Stefanski's up 12. He's in 9th, like we were saying. So you're right. A lot of guys, man, coming up through the field here. Meanwhile, Durgan's trying to see what he can do. He can't get a couple more spots. He's down low digging. Fairness still up front there. Taking that top side. Got Stefanski, Gaines, Means, Yates, and slide job move put on him. But it's gonna work. Durgan goes to the top.
Stefanski, yes, Stefanski not able to put the slider back, maybe down here in 3 and 4. You got to really send it in deep on a car and have a clearing. He has a clearing. If he can send it in, he does. Not gonna clear it quite yet, and we got a caution out on the racetrack once again. And we got Simmons.
What happened to him? Back here. Dale. And boom, just gets slammed in the door.
We probably could have kept that green.
Yeah.
He did a 360. Come.
Good one.
I mean, I realize he saw, but probably could have at least kept it green. iRacing. Blame iRacing for the caution flag. Sometimes they like to throw them for spins like that. Sometimes they don't like to throw it when they got 10 cars upside down. Dale, he's liking what he sees behind him. He likes what he sees out front. Clean track. Just gotta hold him off here. Base truck's pulled in. We're about to let him loose. Hammer down.
Absolutely, fairness right there. He gets to jump out front of Means. Yates right behind him, like I said, single file. Got Durgan right here holding on to fourth place. Him and Gaines going to battle it for a little bit as Durgan's going to go to that low line, and he's liking that low line, but then he goes up top, and wow, the car got into him. Man, but he was able to keep that thing going. That's the 07 there, Gaines, and that thing was up in the air, man, looking at the sky.
Yeah, we seen the whole under chassis of Gaines's car there for a moment. Gaines don't have a rear bumper cover right now. He's looking like one of the older style Pierce stocks. They are almost 4 wide with Gaines, Ehrman, and Franks.
3 wide. Franks is going to be able to sling it in there and take that spot away for a moment. Meanwhile, man, Gaines is having a little bit of struggle after that hit that he got. They're still in. There's probably going to be a caution because they piling them up.
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is.
Climbing
It's a
over
parking
each
lot.
other.
I like Gaines lost a little bit when he lost that. Going backwards.
Yeah, you may have lost the momentum. Maybe you lost a little bit of handling that car after the contact. Don't hold a bit monster truck in a street stock here, Joe.
Crazy. 18 to go. All fairness out front. Means, Yates, Durgan. Durgan's been able to move up pretty good. Frank's right there with him. Kilgore, who was leading early, falling all the way back to 8, just not been able to bounce back. Kind of the story all night long. Once you get into traffic, fast.
Yeah, once it picks up the speed under green flag, it's hard to make a move for a position. They're going to extend the caution flags here still. Let them all get sorted out. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We've seen a lot of wild action on the last restart. Will we see the same here? Lon Franks, he's moved himself up to a top 5, looking at a top 3 here tonight.
We're looking good.
Dale Farnes trying to pick up a race win here at Fairbury, here in Illinois. Fairbury, Illinois. Track was built back in 1946. Quarter mile. Yeah, it was in your days. He ain't that old.
Yeah, anyways.
There we go. Green flag is back out. We are going to drop the loud pedal and we are going to see who can win this race.
Out front, you got fairness. He's able to keep that top spot right now with Means and Yates there. Yates is on the back bumper. of him. Durgan's a little bit of separation between him and third place, but he got Franks right there on him. Tag just a little bit. You got Ehrman up in the 6th, Stefanski 7th, old Cody G there in 8th. Kilgore has fallen all the way back to 9th. Tyler Jackson is up to the 10th spot. So you guys who were up front early on have fallen all the way back here and kind of finding it very hard to get back to the front.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, though, Kilgore did get sent to the back end of the field for spinning out Tyler Jackson there early on, so trying to make a good recovery here late in the going. Lap 36 in, still single file for the most part all the way throughout the field. The first cars trying to go too wide. That's a near around John Nolan, Tim Taylor. And as I mentioned that, they're hitting each other.
Ooh, almost hooked him.
Yeah, about got a little hooked right there.
And
they're still hooking.
What they're doing back here? They're back here, man, fish hooking him. Not sure who the one is without a bumper.
That's Chris Beavers.
Yeah, his car looks like it's struggling a little bit without that bumper on it. They are back here 3 and 4 wide, tearing each other apart.
That is the excitement on the racetrack for the last positions. We got oh no, look at who's around. It is the Rust Bucket car.
I can see. Watch a replay here. Riding by himself. The wall, and then the wall just turns him.
Yeah, lost the handling off that wall hit.
Screw must have fell out of the steering rod or something.
And kind of a weird spin for Franks.
All that rust, that's what it.
You seen the white car, Jacob Stefanski getting around on the outside ever barely.
Busting.
It was probably the rust a little bit. Had to play a factor.
Steering linkage, man, came loose.
Grady Ehrman up to a top 5. He's got Jacob Stefanski, your hard charger right now, right behind him.
Off on pace truck. Fairness out front, Means there with it, single file. Fire them off here. Green flag back at it. Fairness gets going. Means Yates, Durgan, Ehrman, top 5. Body's looking kind of smooth going to the turns right now. All nose to tail, and back at it again back here around about 17th place spot. Hitting on each other.
Yeah, just something about being at the back of the field is where the action is at right now. Is it is still single file all the way back to just about the 11th position. They are almost 3 wide here. Tim Taylor through the middle, Steele up top, Gaines down low. Yeah, Gaines putting it. Yeah, he's putting it up on the reverse banking in 3 and 4. Not a whole lot to work with, and we got a car around. That is Dylan Simmons.
I know Dylan Simmons. I'm doing. Got together. Oh, yeah. Hooked each other. And they both. All right.
Alrighty. Just
what do you do?
I mean, if you're Bradley Means, the only thing you're able to do to Dale is get a good launch, get your car momentum built up, and you just gotta absolutely send it in on a corner. The best corner to do a hard send, I would say, would be turn 1 and 2.
Okay.
So he'd have to get the green flag. They'd have to make it all the way around 3 and 4 and have the momentum build up going back into turn 1, and then just throw a Hail Mary at Dale Farnes if he wants to take over the race lead.
Wild one.
Absolutely. We're going to see the green flag here. We're going to have 8 to go. Farnes been out front for a long time.
Flag, Farnes right out front. Like I said, Means there with him. Yates, Durgan, Ehrman, that's your top 5. Then Stefanski's right behind them. Go all the way through the field. You go right back here around about 17th. Frank's trying to get up here. Beavers with him. Well, Stefanski and Kilgore going to try to battle each other.
Kilgore!
On the wall.
Cody G up on
Hold
the
up.
wall. Oh, my.
See what happens. No caution.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, he got up in the
He
wall,
was
but
wall riding.
that was pretty impressive. And somehow he doesn't have a floppy wheel. We've seen that happen to Simmons earlier, or post yellow. This time it happened under green flag condition.
Suspension on that thing. Now, his tire is kind of cooked in. You can see it. Watch him when he goes down the straightaway. Look at that right tire. Get a good angle on it. See, it kind of looks like it's been a little bit, but don't look like it's affecting too much.
The whole car has been in every
whole car's been right. About to lose his bumper if he don't watch it. So big battle going on. That's where it's at right now. Fairness still out front leading it. Still clanging off the wall there. In front of him, old Smith and Steele. They got a good battle going on. 2 to go. Get the white flag this time by this man out front. Fairness, I don't know if Means has got anything for him. They're going to come out of 3 and 4 here. Catch the white flag, then there'll be one more time around this place. So does Means have anything? He's going to have to close that gap in a lot more. I mean, meanwhile, he's got Durgan on his back end. So we got 3 and 4. Final time, it's going to be Fairness, Means, Durgan, and Ehrman. And a wild one here at Fairbury.
Wow. Absolutely crazy here. Jacob Stefanski able to get that hard charger tonight, up 19 spots. That's a battle of attrition right there.
Yeah, it's basically just who was going to survive.
I don't think there's a clean car other than Dale Farnes on this track. I mean, second and third, they have a little dent. Farnes, he don't have anything. He don't have a dent nowhere. See if we can get our top 3 here.
Guys up here.
This is Durgan. Hey, Caleb, you get a copy on me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, coming out here, being a substitute for a driver, and you put it in the top 3, talk us through this race.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. I don't really run these at all, so, I just came in here open-minded. Didn't really have any set expectations for myself, and, we were all right. I don't think I was as good as Dale and Bradley, but, I feel like we had a top 3, top 5 car.
Absolutely. Well, you had a good, strong run. You got anybody you like to thank here tonight?
Yeah, just really LaFon for letting me come out and sub for him, and Eddie for putting on the league, and you guys for broadcasting it. I really enjoy coming out and running these races that Eddie puts on. The competition's high, and, the calls are right. Pretty much it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, folks, 3rd place, Caleb Durgan.
Absolutely. Well, let's bring this man up here. Old Means. Get a word with him.
Hey, Bradley, you get a copy on me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, 2nd place here. Talk us through this race. What you could have done differently to try to beat Dale?
If I would have just got my starts down, to be straight honest, I sucked in my starts, but I think if we wouldn't have gotten wheel damage early on, I think we would have been a little bit better, but I mean, natural offset doesn't help too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, either way, a good, strong finish here. Before we let you go, you got anybody like to thank?
I'd like to thank my guys at DSR and Adrenaline, and then I'd like to thank Kilgore, because without him, I would have no idea where to run on this small track. I suck at these tracks.
Well, there you have, folks. 2nd place, Bradley Means.
He ain't out there getting it done. Well, this guy here, though, he got it done. Dale, you're waiting to move. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, you was able to hold out front, but talk us through some of them times, because it looked a little rough out there from time to time.
Oh, it just getting to the front was sketchy. I mean, there's such good close racing in this league, pretty much consistently with the street stocks. It's I don't understand it, but we always have such good racing. And then I finally got to the front, and then it was just keeping my wits about me and not messing up on the top, which I tried to do a couple times, hitting the wall, but we held on.
Yeah, I mean, short track, I always say, man, on short tracks like this, some people are going to come out happy, some are going to come out mad, but man, y'all definitely had it. Now, was you a little worried by the guys behind you that on some of those restarts that even though it was single file, and I know you had the advantage, but kind of worried that maybe sometimes those guys were going to be able to leapfrog around you?
No, I know my starts are something that we take pretty good pride in is our starts, because I didn't feel at any point that I was going to get jumped on a start. I figured maybe on a run, because I saw everyone that was behind me, they were moving. You know, we were all right there. So, no, I wasn't worried on the starts, but maybe the runs.
Hey, definitely look strong. Got that victory here tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Eddie for putting this league on and everything he does for me. He wrapped my car. DOA Pro Wrestling, Mountain View Plumbing, McCord Trucking, Pride and Groom Pet Grooming, and then you guys for putting the broadcast on. Thank you.
You go. That's old Dale Fairness, man, doing what he needed to do. Well, folks, the Bad Company, Here Stocks here tonight, Northwest Racing Association. It was a thriller at Fairbury here. I hope everybody enjoyed it. For myself and everyone, have a good night.